guys, Trudy here from It's a True Story. And today we're going to do something super quick and super easy, and it's a recipe for Slutty Brownies. Why do I like Slutty Brownies? Well, for a few reasons. Because they're cheap, they're fast, they're easy, and they're all up in it full of goodness. And like, let's say you're one of those people, like a mom who has to get something out for a bake sale, but people give you crap if you like buy it in the store, which I don't understand, but happens. So this is like second best. It's like homemade, but sort of bought in the store, and it goes really easy and really quick. And if you're a kid, this is really easy for you to make too. Okay, so here's what you need. You gotta buy or make some Toll House cookies for the bottom. Cookies, more cookies, Oreos, and then you just make brownie on top. So like, you might be a homemade person. You can make all that stuff homemade. I don't know about the Oreos, but the rest of it you can. And so anyway, so I'm going to start by making my brownie mix, which, I mean, I think most people know how to make brownie mix. You just throw the mix in a bowl. You crack an egg and throw it in. You add some oil. You add some water. And then you stir it up. And while we're stirring it up, we can talk about Slutty Brownies and where they came from. So this is nothing I've ever heard of myself, but this is something that my daughter told me about. So I feel like slut-shaming food is a bad idea, but in this case, they're so good and ridiculous that, well, maybe it's worthwhile. Be very gentle with food. Don't forget, I'm not that gentle. I'm not much of a baker either. Fantastic. Next, you make your cookie layer. So just gonna take the chocolate chip cookie dough stuff, and you don't want it to be too fluffy, the cookie dough, because you want to flatten it out really good because the cookie's gonna rise, so you don't want it to rise too much. So I'm just gonna throw a bunch of cookie dough in there, and then I wash my hands first. Did you guys wash your hands yet? You should. If you don't wash your hands when you cook, it's a bad idea. It's not very sanitary. So you just mush the cookie dough down. And we're just mushing here for a minute. The mushing takes a minute. I'm using about half a tub of cookie dough. And by the way, this pan has been greased because Slutty Brownies enjoy a greased pan. And the oven's on at 350 because we're gonna be preheating while we're getting everything all set up. Okay, so now that the cookie part is in, the chocolate chip cookie dough part is in, your next thing you do is to add the Oreos. So the Oreos are really easy. You don't even have to do anything. You just take an Oreo and just line them up. Just line up your Oreos. Bam. Just put them on that chocolate chip cookie layer. See? Delicious, delightful. Hydrogenated. That's another thing. I mean, I feel like there's a big movement towards doing things that are much healthier for children. But like, do you want to be the mom that puts kale in their Slutty Brownies? You might be. And you know what, God bless. But I'm just gonna stick with this very old school, circa 1978 kind of a recipe that involves mainly hydrogenated and not super healthy, but children enjoy. And at a bake sale, that's the whole point. You wanna sell some stuff for a bake sale. Okay, so now I've got my Oreo layer on my cookie dough layer. And the last step is to throw the brownie mix on top. So now we got the brownie mix. That goes on top. And that looks just divine, doesn't it though? And I know you guys probably want to lick the bowl right now. I don't blame you. Who could blame you? This is the last layer. I told you this was going to be super quick, super easy. Okay, so now you just mush the brownie part over the Oreo part. And I know if you guys weren't watching, I would probably stand here and eat all the raw cookie dough, which is of course something that nobody's supposed to do, but everybody does. Nobody tells you that, but I tell you a true story, right? So now I got my brownies all on top of the cookies. And that's it, you guys. Literally, this is the easiest. You're gonna look like a genius, like you're Martha Stewart on steroids, because it's gonna look really great. So then your preheated oven is all preheated. You just stick these guys in the oven. I would say you gotta check your Slutty Brownies. 45 minutes is about right, but I feel like it's always raw. So check, stick a knife, And as soon as it comes out clean-ish, because you like them a little gooey maybe in the middle, then you're good and done. So that's it, you guys, Slutty Brownies. And I've already pre-made some, and look how beautiful they are. Delicious, divine, and delightful. I've already had like, I don't know, maybe half a dozen have already been pinched. So that's the recipe for today, you guys. So anyways, all I'm saying is it's a true story, and I do things for you so you don't have to. So if you like what I'm doing here, please hit that like button. And in the comments, you can tell me what you want me to do next, so you don't have to, because why should you? I mean, something like this, you actually could do this. I'm just saying. If you need a quick recipe, and your mom who hates bake sales, or your kid who just wants to make something really nasty and good and slutty. And I'm not slut-shaming the brownies. This is your recipe. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.